Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's on everyone's mind, rising prices, or what we call inflation. Specifically, we're going to talk about why housing costs just won't seem to come down. If you're renting or looking to buy a home, you've probably noticed that prices are still high. But why is that? Stick around, and we'll break it all down in simple terms. First things first, let's quickly talk about what inflation is. Inflation is basically when the prices of goods and services increase over time. So, things like groceries, gas, and housing get more expensive. Normally, a little bit of inflation is okay, and even expected. But when prices rise too fast, that's when it becomes a problem for our wallets. Now, one of the biggest drivers of inflation right now is housing. You might have heard that housing costs, or shelter costs, have been stubbornly high. In fact, the latest reports show that nearly 90% of the recent increase in inflation is because of rising housing costs. That includes rent and what we call owner's equivalent rent, which is a fancy term for how much a homeowner would pay if they were renting their own home. So, why are housing costs so high? One big reason is that there's more demand than supply. More people want to rent or buy homes than there are homes available. Even though more apartments are being built, it takes time for these new places to actually become available on the market. And while the new supply is helping, it hasn't been enough to bring prices down significantly. Another reason housing costs are still climbing in the inflation data is because of something called a lag. The government collects rent data every 6 months, so the numbers we're seeing now might not fully reflect the current market conditions. This lag means that even if rents are stabilizing now, it might take a while before that shows up in the official inflation reports. Economists have been keeping a close eye on this, and many believe that rent and housing costs will eventually come down. But it might take a bit longer. The Federal Reserve, which is the group that helps manage the economy, is watching this closely too. They've been raising interest rates to try and cool off inflation, including in the housing market. But, as one expert put it, we're still waiting for the full effects to show up in the data. So, what does all this mean for you? If you're renting or looking to buy a home, it might be a while before you see prices drop significantly. But don't lose hope. Experts are optimistic that housing costs will eventually come down as more supply enters the market and the effects of interest rate hikes kick in. That's it for today. We hope this video helped you understand why housing costs are still high and what might happen next. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple explanations on complex topics. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.